CQI is delighted to host today's event. Most of you, I think, are members and therefore familiar with the Institute and its business, but for those of you who might not be, here's a quick canter through what we do. Put very simply, our purpose is to advocate for quality within UK's business and industry. Quality is a means of addressing risk, quality is a means of generating competitive advantage, quality is a contributor to UK PLC. And we do this, we advocate in a number of ways, through the professionals who are our members, through providing learning, through sharing knowledge, which the context of today's event is, through assessment of competence and professional recognition. Our roots were in manufacturing, but today quality and therefore the CQI's activities are equally relevant to the service sector. In fact, quality as a concept, as a tool, is ubiquitous. In fact, anywhere where there are suppliers, where there are customers, where there are organisations, there is scope for quality. Some sectors we've found are more receptive to our quality message than others. In some sectors, quality has never left the agenda, but in others, in recent years, it has slipped off. And we as an institute, as a professional body, have a challenge to bring it back. And I think it's a given that in the nuclear industry, quality has always been on the agenda and always must. It's interesting that in today's rather ropey economic climate, it's helped us. Doing more with less, which is a mantra that we've all heard expressed in the last 6 months, 3 years or so. Doing more with less chimes completely with the quality approach. When we knock on doors, we're finding them opening much more readily than before when times were a lot better. Nothing like a good crisis to focus managers' minds on generating value. Today we formally launch the Nuclear Quality Knowledge publication produced by the CQI's Nuclear Special Interest Group. Most of you, I think, will be familiar with the concept of SIGs. We see these as an important means of facilitating learning and development by sector. And we have 10 of these SIGs, and I think that Nuke SIG is perhaps the largest. We have somewhere like 250 members, many of whom are here today. Most are members of the Institute. Most of the SIGs are members of the Institute, many are not. So the SIGs aren't groups which are exclusive to the Institute. Rather, it's a way that we as an Institute can pursue our charitable aims, support industry, and continue the debate. The Nuclear Quality Knowledge publication is an impressive piece of work, and it's designed to provide those coming into the industry with the background and quality knowledge they and the industry require. There are a huge number of books on quality. In fact, you can fill many libraries, I think, with all sorts of flavour of quality. But to my knowledge, there are few, if any, aimed specifically at the nuclear sector. So this publication is hugely important in that it addresses this important gap. Jeff and Ian, I believe, are going to talk about the publication in detail, so I shan't say anything more other than to say congratulations and well done, Jeff and Ian and the Nuke SIG members, for an excellent piece of work. The lack of commitment by government to nuclear during the last couple of decades or so has left the industry short of the competence it needs. Lots of opportunities if you are a quality professional with competence in the nuclear, but a real headache if you're responsible for plant development and ramping up production. Half the world is now coming round to the view that actually, or about to come around to the view that nuclear is the only realistic viable alternative to fossil fuel, and have pressed the go button, while the other half sees it as the devil incarnate and are walking away in the other direction. Fortunately for us, and I believe fortunately for our future generations, the UK is now firmly advocating for nuclear, which means as an industry and as professionals within that industry, we do have a sustainable future. But as part of that future, in addition to the opportunities, we do need to resolve some challenges, and quality competence being one of those. And I look forward to the outcome of the workshop, as we in the CQI are keen to play our part in fulfilling that competence gap. Thank you all for coming today. It is a very interesting agenda, and I hope you enjoy the proceedings.